let's talk about your future home. And I actually mean home, like an apartment or a house, because things are also going to change. For example, if you want to be a homeowner, which I don't recommend doing in the first 3 to 5 years of living in any new country, but if you decide to, you have to understand that a lot of these countries do not allow foreigners to buy land. So you will never be able to buy a house. Now, a lot of foreigners essentially end up doing it with their wives, but in that case, their wives have to fully own that house. And to me, it's like paying alimony ahead of time. So I wouldn't recommend that. But generally speaking, you will be able to buy a condo. But most of the time, you will end up renting, at least for the first several years. And I gotta tell you, this makes a huge difference, because what you could not afford before, you absolutely can now. And even the types of homes and condos and facilities that you might never had access to before will be available to you. For example, this view is not available in most of the cities, no matter how much money you have. But here, you can get an apartment like this for, like I said, under $1,000 a month, and you can wake up to this view. As you can see, these are 2 glass walls that connect behind me, and this is very much affordable and available. I know a lot of Americans don't really know or use bidets, and more Europeans do, but here there's a bidet pretty much, or a washer, in every single bathroom. In your apartment, in restaurants, in hotels, everywhere you go. So some of these facilities are available to you whether you like it or not. Another really cool thing about renting condos in a lot of these countries is that you don't have to own furniture. Most of these, 99% of them, come pre-furnished. Now, of course, you want to avoid landlords that put a lot of cheap furniture just to rent it out. But a lot of them do have very nice furniture, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to move. You can move from one place to another by just having 2 hands and a couple of suitcases, and off you go. So, and most importantly, you don't have to invest $10,000 or $20,000 into your furniture. Also, a lot of these modern condos have amazing facilities. The infinity pools that oversee the cities, the gyms, all kinds of facilities that you never even thought about, they're all available here, and most of the time people don't use them. So you can literally have a humongous pool all to yourself for a couple of hours during the day in your apartment building, because a lot of people just don't use them. But it is there for you. And I cannot emphasize how affordable this is enough, because only for $500, $600, $700 a month, something that in some American and European cities, you just can't even find a jail cell for that much. It is all here, it is all affordable, it is all available. Now, of course, the more you pay, the nicer it's going to be. And at some point, you will reach a certain level where if you want a penthouse, 3-bedroom penthouse with your own private elevator, you will pay just as much as you would in America. But at least it is available, and it is most of the time something that most foreigners can afford.